Hello everybody. If you want to see the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 780, The Red Umbrella. Intermediate. On a wet Tuesday afternoon, the city square was busy with people running between shops and offices. Rain fell steadily, and almost everyone carried an umbrella. Daniel stood under the wide roof of a café, watching the rain. He had arrived early for a meeting that had just been cancelled. Now he had an hour to wait before his bus home. Next to him, on the ground, lay a bright red umbrella. It was open, but no one seemed to own it. People walked past without even looking at it. Daniel bent down and picked it up. "Someone must want this back," he said quietly to himself. The umbrella looked expensive. The handle was smooth wood, and the fabric was strong and dry. It had probably only been left there a few minutes earlier. A woman hurried past. "Excuse me," Daniel said politely, "is this your umbrella?" She shook her head quickly. "No, sorry." A few minutes later, an older man stopped beside him. "Terrible weather today," the man said. "Yes," Daniel replied. "Did you lose an umbrella?" The man looked at the red one and laughed. "I wish I had one like that," he said, "but mine is black." The rain grew heavier. Water ran along the pavement and down into the drains. Daniel could have simply taken the umbrella and gone home. No one would know. But something about it bothered him. "It belongs to someone," he said to himself again. Finally, he decided to ask in the nearby café. Perhaps the owner had left it there. Inside, the café was warm and busy. People sat with coffee and sandwiches, watching the rain through the windows. Daniel held up the umbrella. "Did anyone here lose this?" he asked the room. Several people looked up. Then a young woman near the window stood quickly. "Oh, that is mine," she said. She walked over with a relieved smile. "I thought I'd lost it forever," she said. "My sister gave it to me for a birthday last week." Daniel handed it to her. "I found it outside," he explained. "It looked too nice to leave in the rain." "Thank you," she said. "Most people would probably just take it." Daniel smiled. "I thought about that for a moment," he admitted. The woman laughed. "Wait a second," she said. "Let me buy you a coffee to say thank you." Daniel checked the time. "My bus does not leave for another 40 minutes, he said, "so that sounds perfect." They sat at a small table near the window. The rain continued outside, but inside the cafe it felt calm and friendly. They talked about work, travel, and the strange weather. After a while, Daniel stood up to leave. "Thank you for the coffee," he said. "And thank you for my umbrella," the woman replied. Daniel stepped outside again into the rain. He did not have an umbrella, but he did not mind. The bus arrived only a few minutes later. As he sat by the window, he watched people rushing through the rain. He smiled to himself. Returning the umbrella had cost him nothing, but it had turned a boring rainy afternoon into a good one. Sometimes the smallest honest decision can change the whole day. Vocabulary notes. Steadily, meaning in a constant and regular way without stopping or changing much. It often describes something that continues at the same speed or level. Example: rain fell steadily and almost everyone carried an umbrella. Similar words: continuously, constantly, regularly, persistently. Hurried, meaning moving or acting quickly because there is not much time. A person who is hurried usually feels a need to move faster than normal. Example: a woman hurried past. Similar words: rushed, sped, dashed, hurriedly moved. Relieved, meaning feeling happy and relaxed because something worrying is ended or a problem has been solved. Example: she walked over with a relieved smile. Similar words: reassured, comforted, relaxed, glad. Admitted, meaning to tell the truth about something, especially something that you might feel slightly embarrassed about or that you tried to hide before. Example, I thought about that for a moment, he admitted. Similar words, confessed, acknowledged, accepted, owned up. Honest, meaning telling the truth and behaving in a fair and sincere way without trying to cheat or deceive people. Example, sometimes the smallest honest decision can change the whole day. Similar words, truthful, sincere, trustworthy, upright. Story written by ChatGPT. Image created by ChatGPT. To read, see all the stories, content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, Drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.